Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhishcha Kripa Sindhuvevacha Patitanam Pavanevyo Vaishnavevyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Shri Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. My Dandavat Pranam devotees, all glories to Srila Gurudev, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to our Rupanuga Guru Varga. Begging the causeless mercy of my Guru Parapadma, Nitya Lila Praveshtam, Vishnu Pada Paramhamsa Astu, Tarasata Sisimad, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. I'm answering a question in very short fashion, as my day has gotten a little bit, I've gotten a little bit behind in my day, so, but I'm trying not to as well get behind in my seva of trying to respond to questions that have been written. So the question, let me look at it again. The question was, one, whether or not one has to have a Mahabhagavat Vaishnav as their guru, and two, whether or not it is the guru who gives bhakti, or whether bhakti is coming from Krishna. So he's asking about the verse, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Latavij. So does bhakti come from guru, or is it coming from Krishna? Very quickly, I don't, taking the last part of the question first, I don't see that one, it is the conception of asking a question based on either or. So is bhakti being given by guru, or is it being given by Krishna? It actually says Guru Krishna Prasad, meaning that is the combination of guru and Krishna in concert that bhakti is manifest. But the more insightful understanding of this verse is not that Krishna is given bhakti. If you will read Madhurya Kondambini of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakurpad, he's clearly mentioned there that Bhagavan himself does not give bhakti, but bhakti sanjatya bhakti. That bhakti comes from bhakti. And the root of bhakti is Shrimati Radhika. She is the Mool Shakti of Bhagavan. So Bhakti Shakti as well is originally coming from Shrimati Radhika. That Bhakti Shakti, which is in essence the Aladini Shakti, the pleasure-giving potency to Bhagavan, manifests in two ways. Seva Vritti and Seva Vastu. The word Seva Vritti means the tendency for giving pleasure to Krishna, and Vastu means substantively, in other words, having the facility to offer service to Krishna. So the Seva Vastu and Seva Vritti Murti, the very embodiment of those two principles, is Sri Baladev. And therefore Baladev is called the Akhanda Guru Tattva. Nityananda Prabhu, being non-different from Baladev, is also called Akhanda Guru Tattva. And the individual manifestation of Guru in our lives is called Vyasti Guru, like Vyas. Vyas means literally to divide something, like Vyasadeva, he divided the one Veda into 4 sections and then compiled the Puranas, Itihasas, etc. Right? So in the same way, the individual manifestation of Akhanda Guru Tattva, but Akhanda doesn't here mean that a part is taken and therefore there's a part missing, right? Om Purnamadahat Purnamidam would apply here. That Akhanda remains Akhanda, but a section of that Akhanda Tattva, that unbroken full manifestation, manifest in our individual lives as the individual Guru. That individual Guru is the agency of the distribution of bhakti. So it is not that Guru gives bhakti, because then we'd be saying that Guru is an independent situation separate from the agencies of Bhakti Shakti and from the principle of Guru Tattva. So no, our Guru is a manifestation of Akhanda Guru Tattva, which means ultimately Seva, Vritti, Seva Vastu, the attitude and the substance of service, and the Shakti, which is imbued in that to give Krishna pleasure, which is a Ladini Shakti, meaning Shrimati Radhika, right? So the Guru is the agency or representation of that situation, right? It's clearly explained in the Guru Ashtakam. Kintu Prabhu Ya Priya Eva Tasya. That Guru Deva is Sakshaharitva, means Sakshaharitvaina, Samashta Shastra. All the Shastras say Guru Sakshaharitva means he is the manifestation of the Shakti of Bhagavan, meaning Bhakti Shakti, meaning Radhika, because he's very dear. So many understandings can come from meaning very dear here. All of the associates of the transcendental realm of Vrindavan are very dear to Shrimati Radhika, right? Because Priya Vatasya can have one meaning in relation especially to those in pursuit of Manjari Bhav, that the very near and dear of Shrimati Radhika are her Manjaris, right? Just like our Sakis as well, but Manjaris also especially are very dear to Shrimati Radhika. So primarily in our Guru Parampara, or mostly, exclusively, not exclusively, I'm trying to find a way to couch this, but all that we recognize in our Guru Parampara are Manjaris. There are some situations where if you are following Sakya Rasa, right, then there is other Guru personalities who are included in the Parampara as you'll see it, right? So, because Guru is a representation, for the most part, I'm saying, I don't want to create another conversation here, alternate conversation, but Guru for the most part is a representation of those who are very near and dear to Shrimati Radhika, meaning Manjaris, right? Then, the Guru is an agency in Parampara of the distribution of that mood. But the Guru is not an island, so the Guru is not an independent entity island, right, separate from all of that, who can give bhakti. But Guru must have connection with Guru Parampara and also be void of Guru Abhiman. There's one very famous song written about Nityananda Prabhu. Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Rai Abhiman Sunya Nitai Nagare Vedai. That Nityananda Prabhu is Akhanda Guru Tattva, but he's Abhiman Sunya. So what does Abhiman Sunya mean? He has no identity except his identity, I am the Sevak of Mahaprabhu. Nityananda Prabhu, this is his totality of his Abhiman, his self-conception or self-identity. I am the servant of Mahaprabhu. So Guru is like that. Guru doesn't have an Abhiman of being Guru. This is called Guru Abhiman. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is also written. Tai Sisha Tava Takiya Savara Guru Abhimana Tyaji. Please keep the mood of Guru Abhiman very far away from me. Let me always consider myself to be a Sishya, a disciple. So real Guru has no Guru Abhiman. Real Guru sees himself to be the agency of service for the dissemination of bhakti, which is in his or her heart. Right? Bhaktivinoda Thakur again has said, Krishna say Tuman, Krishna Ditti Paro, Tomara Sokoti Ache. That, oh Gurudev, if you have Krishna, and you have the ability to give Krishna, therefore I'm tu Kangal, Krishna Krishna Boli, Daya Tava Pache Pache. Therefore I'm running after you, begging for a drop of this bhakti kripa. Right? So Gurudev is not an independent agency. So hopefully that becomes clear. Right? Second question was whether, or first question being answered in second phase, was whether or not Guru should be Uttam Bhagavat devotee. So first we should understand what is Uttam Bhagavat. Right? So Uttam Bhagavat means that in the category of realized souls, there are different levels. Nirdut Kashai, Murchit Kashai, Bhagavat Parasad Deha Prat. So if you want to understand these things, I would recommend you read Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He's explained these things there. I don't have really time to go into explanation of those things here. But these are three kinds of Uttam Bhagavat. Hmm? But it's also mentioned that Uttam Bhagavat Sangha is very, 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 very rare. Right? So we should not think that in approaching the path of bhakti, that the only facility that can accommodate my becoming Krishna conscious is the Uttam Bhagavat. Right? Or we should also not, which is the more dangerous thing, make a competitive, comparative arrangement around how we accept Guru. Oh, but that person had this kind of Guru, I should also get that kind of Guru. Right? Because bhakti does not work on the basis of our material calculations and estimations. Right? And really from that point of view, when you're looking at Guru, it can start to become a material estimation of what is Guru. Because you cannot see, for the most part, we cannot see into the transcendent realm, right? So we can have assessment of Guru based on Sastra, and then observation of Guru's achar and prachar, behavior and how he or she speaks, we can get some indication. And this is why Hari Bhakti Vilas has recommended one should associate with Guru for 1 year, and Guru associating with the disciple for 1 year. There's mutual pariksha, means examination. And then one has a better insight into the achar and prachar of Guru Dev, and Guru Dev also has insight into the quality of the true desire of that person to become a disciple. Right? Also it is mentioned, Shastra Yukti Suni Punya Dridashara Yandra Uttamarikari Se Taraye Shangsar. Those who have Shastra Yukti means some deep understanding of Shastra and the meanings of Shastra, or the logic involved in Shastra. It's called Shastra Yukti, and therefore their faith is Dridha, means fixed. Right? So this could be indication like the stage of Nishta, right? Dridha Shradha, their faith is fixed. Uttamarikari se. So they're also called Uttamarikar. So what is the difference between this Uttamarikar and the Mahabhagavat in Uttamarikar? Here, Rupa Goswami is written, this is Uttam Adhikar in eligibility for the practice of sadhana bhakti. It means this person is situated in the best position to execute the practice of bhakti. Hence, Taraye Sangsara. They may also help others to become free from samsara because their achar and prachar are fixed in the proper way to practice bhakti. And it's by the practice of bhakti, along with Guru Kripa, that one gets the mercy of obtaining bhakti. So it may not be that I found Mahabhagavat devotee, so to speak. Even though one should consider my Guru Dev is like that. Right? This is the proper emotional relationship with Guru. Right? But that should not be carried into the realm of creating apparat to other gurus. My guru is Mahabhagavat Guru and nobody else is bona fide Guru. This is also nonsense. But if one has a selected Guru, and Guru is in this category of Shastra Yukti Suni Punya, means who has some fixed, clear perceptions of the path of bhakti, and Dridashara Yandra, their faith is fixed, and hence their achar and prachar related to that is consistent on the path of bhakti, they may also help. And therefore one can take shelter. Now, as I spoke earlier, because that person will not have Guru Abhiman, they are transparent. Therefore, in the presence of a more illumined personality, they will be benefited by that association, and certainly they will guide their disciples towards that association. This is the proof that they are genuine in their ability to do the seva of Guru. Because Guru is a seva, right? So they can do that seva because they have no Guru Abhiman. If the self-conception is there that I am Guru and these are my disciples, this is already some disqualification. Now somebody can say, well, wait a minute, many times I've heard even Mahabhagavat say, oh, my disciple, etc. But there's a difference between a mamata, which is grown from love and affection, And the sense of mind, meaning aham mameti, like we've had in the material world, this is another one of my possessions. There's a gulf of difference between those two conceptions of mind. So again, I meant this to be short, so I'll shorten it up. So understand that Guru may not be Mahabhagavat according to the neutral observation of what we call Mahabhagavat. But if that devotee is fixed in the path of bhakti, and it's evidenced in their achar and prachar, then he or she may be accepted as Guru. And their illumination is in continuum, and they will also help you to unfold as well. And because they have no Guru Abhiman, there's no problem when they see the presence or the manifestation of a sane Bhakti Bhakta. Sane Bhakti Bhakta means somebody who was like our Srila Prabhupada, my Guru Parapadma, and many others who just are of the category of self-illumined sort of leaders of the Vaishnav Mando. Like, you cannot say there were no pure devotees, but Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Pad was seen as the sane Pati of that time. Srila Baladev Vijayabhushan, serving Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, was recognized like that. Narottam Srinivas Shamananda were recognized like that. So from time to time, some sane Pati Bhaktas, they may manifest. And that time, all Vaishnav Mando, pure devotees as well as aspirant devotees, in recognition of that, they give deference to them as guidance. Right? So, because nobody has false ego, and therefore nobody is afflicted with the idea of feeling some sense of challenge or some sense of envy arising in the heart. Oh, this person is better, quote, guru than I am. There's no such thing, right? So even that kind of language, I'm just giving an example, that kind of language is indicative of Guru Abhiman, right? And also language that's discouraging of having those who have come to you for your servant leadership as Guru to be denied the opportunity for association with high-class illumined devotees is also indicative of Guru Abhiman, right? So these are the things to be observed. If you find any devotee whose achar and prachar are consistent on the path of bhakti, and it's based on Sastra Yukti, Suni Punya, being fixed according to Sastra and the realizations and understanding of Sastra, that person can also be accepted as Guru. If by great fortune you find that Mahabhagavat devotee who is either descended as a Parisad of Bhagavan or has obtained Siddhi through elevation of sadhana, and you get their kripa to be your guide, it is also a great thing, right? But bhakti is actually the origin of bhakti. Bhaktya Sanjatya Bhaktya, 11th canto Srimad Bhagavatam. So that agency of bhakti can come through those who are crystal in their heart. It means their hearts are reflective without obfuscation, right? So if they have more transparent heart, then that agency of bhakti will shine through. So I hope I've been able, Prabhuji and Mataji, because both of you together are asking the question, to have some satisfactory answer. If not, you can always write and we can try to elucidate. And plus, I always do these online, as I said, because it gives other more senior, more realized devotees a chance to comment and make corrections and elucidations to help. All right, my Dandavat Pranam, Jai Radhe Radhe.